Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Tapped In Sports here. I did stop my camera for a little bit because my computer was glitching out. But don't worry, I'm back here with you guys. As you know, Tapped In Sports means we're having a beer. So let me crack it real quick.
You're having a beer. I'm not having a beer.
Yeah, I know I did post a tweet saying that we would be on in 10 minutes. Uh, if you want to touch on that,
Hispanics,
Javi, to
bro.
let everybody.
Hispanics. We're always late.
Yeah, so basically, when I say 10 minutes, that means 30 minutes. I do apologize if you're not
Where's to
on
my
the
wife, bro?
Hispanic.
Where's to my wife?
um, uh, so with Kyle Juszczyk re-signing this deal, we have a lot of content coming out on 49ersgoldmine.com. So if you not have checked in yet, I know Stephanie Sanchez already went ahead and updated that on 49ersgoldmine.com. So make sure you go there, check it out, as well as 70% of the viewers are not yet subscribed to the channel. It costs you $0. It's basically just a click of a button. That's it. You're subscribed. You build our network and just allow us to provide better content for the all of you. Let's get into it, though. 49ers re-signed Kyle Juszczyk, and we all said, they got hacked again. They got hacked again. John Lynch tweeting this out last night saying, "Who wants more juice?" Like, what the hell? That was
Listen.
awkward. Let's talk about it.
So they were probably having a good time last night. Jed York tweeted out, they had a coherent FaceTime. Sure, Jed, it was coherent because I spoke to Adam Snyder a little bit earlier today. He said Joe and the boys are out at Lake Tahoe. I'm pretty sure they all got pretty hammered off White Claws. But hey, the deal got done. This is one of the guys that I think most 49ers fans wanted back. I myself wanted Juice back. I wanted to keep the band together when it comes to the run game, his pass protection, and then of course his excellent run blocking ability. And then he also gives you stuff out of the backfield. What I do hope with this extension, he does get the ball though more than 2.5 carries per game or touches per game. Kyle Juszczyk just gives you a lot more in the offense when you give him the ball, get the ball in his hands. So hopefully he's going to see some more touches this coming season. But I'm glad he's back. It's a smart sign in my opinion, to bring him back because you don't have a replacement yet. Yes, Ross Dwelley filled in nicely when Juice was hurt. Charlie Warner, we don't know what he's going to develop into yet. So it's you got to get that guy with Kyle Juszczyk.
Right. So when I look at Kyle Juszczyk, you just stated yourself, and I've done it plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
Get him the ball, get him the ball, get him the ball. Okay, well, this guy's just, if you take the numbers there, 5 years, 27 million, you just take those numbers. That doesn't count into what's guaranteed, which is only 10 million. So this contract is very, very affordable. What's his base salary? How much of that 27 is incentives? But I'm tying it into this way it's always get him the ball, make him worth it. Yet offensive guards never touch the ball. They're not calling out blitzes. Yes, they do run block and pass block, but those guys are making what, $10 million per year. Juice is going to be, he's going to be even half of that on an average per year salary based on the guarantees, incentives, and all that good stuff. So guess what? He provides as far as a pass catching receiver. He provides as far as a run blocker, a very, very elite run blocker, I may add at that. Mm-hmm. This guy, Kyle Juszczyk, 5-time Pro Bowler, 3 years in a row as a 49er, just got the same APY as Tyrell Williams that was released from the Raiders and just signed with the Lions. Just got the same. I believe Tyrell signed a 1-year, $5 million contract. Obviously, it's all worth up to, incentives added, but he literally signed before any incentives broken down, before any guarantees broken down, signed the same exact APY as Tyrell Williams. Like, come on. This is a steal for the 49ers.
Yeah, I think it's a great deal. I think I think when Kyle wants something, he goes and gets it. He's going to pay a little bit more for that. Juice may not be a premium position, but he's a premium position for this offense. I know there's folks who don't agree with that take, but for what he does, you see the difference in the average yards per attempt when they're running the ball. it just he just makes a lot of difference. When we were watching the 2019 season, wherever Juice went is where the ball went. And I'm not saying the ball was going in his hands, but Juice is a lead blocker. If you saw him in motion, the ball is probably going to his side of the field because he's going to set something up for someone else. He's just a vital role player and also a key piece to this offense. When things are clicking, when the Niners are clicking and when this offense is going, Kyle can be that secret weapon. We saw it in that Seattle game. I think the Niners are up 10-0, and the last thing you expect is Kyle Juszczyk running down the field for a seam route in a big game against a linebacker. Those are the type of things that Kyle can set up with a guy like Kyle Juszczyk. We brought it up a little bit ago. Could Charlie Warner be that guy? Yeah, for a lot less, but he probably is not ready. And Ross Dwelley also probably not ready. Ross is not the greatest of run blockers. So you're paying for the run blocking, the pass catching, and also just the leadership. He's one of the other guys who's been here since this regime took over. He's one of the initial, he's essentially the core, part of the core since Kyle and John got here. So, I'm all for this signing. And I think 49ers fans have been thirsting for any news. I know I have, and I know you have. I know, all my mentions have as well. So just to get something out on a Sunday night, that's ideal. All we need now is to get Trent done, and then let's go spend some other money somewhere else. Well, Jed, go spend your money.
Yeah, and if they're all drinking, there's odds are they're going to be a little more loose with the wallet. I know growing up with in a Hispanic family, my sister used to take advantage of that every time my dad was drinking. Hey, can I have $100? Yeah, mija, here you go. She lucked out every time. I wish I was that wise, but she was older than I was, so I was still a little young to be thinking on that level. So that's how these players got to attack John Lynch and Jed York. Hey, you guys are
buy them drinks and take advantage.
You guys are tweeting about it, and John Lynch, he's someone who stayed away from the timeline, especially after the Super Bowl loss. But with Juszczyk, something they did use more was him in the rushing. So in 2019, he only had 3 carries. In 2020, he had 17. And with that higher volume, yeah, that it's very, very low. I don't want to make it sound like it's something crazy. Very, very low. His APY was still 3.8. Which was very close to Tevin Coleman when Tevin Coleman was getting carries as a running back on this offense. He did get 4 receiving touchdowns this year compared to the previous years. He had 1 each. So he is getting, he can get those carries. He can get those receptions and punch it in the end zone. And we saw that in the biggest game of the year, which was the Super Bowl. Yeah. So
we don't talk about that, though.
Yeah, I'm over it. I could watch the game now and critique it in that way. The Baltimore Super Bowl hurt me way more than this Chiefs, but we don't have to go down that route. We don't have to go.
No, we don't go down that route. Okay.
And so with Juszczyk, it's like you said, he's a leader in the locker room. The guy after every single season goes to Cabo with George Kittle. Which obviously, George Kittle is a franchise piece of this team. And they released a photo to where he was on the golf cart with Kyle Shanahan's son. I was very nervous that this was going to get done. Well, I wouldn't say nervous because you did say that they had Charlie Warner. Like there was potential options there.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't use the word nervous, but I did have my skepticisms whether this was going to get done or not. Because during his exit interview with the media, Kyle Juszczyk was very, very emotional. Dude was in a bust out in tears crying, thinking he was not about to be with this organization anymore. And the fact that it got done before free agency even started shows me what he means to this offense and how much of an upgrade he would have been over Charlie Warner or Ross Dwelley trying to play that fullback role.
Yeah, and then with Juice, just to touch on it, with Juice, it allows the Niners to play in Kyle's favorite personnel grouping, 21 personnel. It allows them to stay there. It allows them to operate the play action a lot more effectively, I think. And with Kyle Juszczyk, he'd done like this, PR tour, just like podcast tour, where he was, discussing about his family, his wife. He talked about how the first time he was a free agent, the Bills had the best offer. His wife was crying, saying she didn't want to go to Buffalo. So he called his agent and said, hey, if you can get San Francisco to match the Buffalo offer, we're there. And that's what happened. And then this time around, Kyle Juszczyk mentioned his wife wanted to start a family. Most of their family's in New York. And we all know Robert Saleh got hired by the Jets. And
Yep.
Matt LaFleur. Is it Matt LaFleur or Mike LaFleur? I always get confused.
It's Mike.
Either way, it's Mike. So Mike
Mike.
LaFleur was over there in New York. So obviously you have the connection with the Jets for him to go over there, add in Kyle's family. Kyle has a home in New York. It was kind of all adding up that he might become a Jet. But I think they make this work out for them and their family. I think that's a good thing for Kyle as well. Finish his career probably as a 49er. I think this might be his last contract in the NFL or last big contract. And for him and his wife, if they're going to start a family, good on them. And if they, maybe they just have their family move out to California for a couple of years while they get their family situated. I felt for the guy because, Leo, you and I are married. We understand our wives. When they want something, you kind of got to appease them a little bit there. So I was kind of feeling Kyle might just go to New York because of their family and her desire to start a family and have people around to help with the baby and things like that. So, but I'm just glad he's back, man. Now just bring me Trent Williams and bring me Curtis Samuel or John Brown. Like, come on, John and Kyle, let's get this shit going. Can I curse on your show?
This is YouTube, man. This isn't my Niners Nation podcast. So
Gotcha. Okay.
I know
No
on
beats.
Niners Nation we get bleeped out, but with YouTube, I don't give a fuck until I get 1,000 subscribers. Maybe I do start caring, because then they add that into the monetization. But luckily for myself is you were talking about family. My parents are in California. My lady's parents are in California, so I don't have to make that decision like Kyle Juszczyk has made. Maybe moving his family out to California, he should tell that to Robbie Gould, and he doesn't have to live in a hotel anymore and say, I want to go to Chicago because I'm living in a hotel. And but with Kyle Juszczyk, it's just fascinating because if you do, there's a lot of, I don't want to get into the quarterback discussion, but I'm just going to say this about it. If you do bring in a different quarterback that's not Jimmy Garoppolo, it could even be a backup. Say it's somebody else as the backup, not Josh Rosen. So if you do bring that in, this guy could teach someone the playbook. He is very, very smart. And you brought up New York and with the Jets because of Mike McDaniel, because he understands the playbook. He knows what they're going to want from all 11 positions, not just the fullback positions that he's in there for those 25 plays. It's literally all 11 positions. This guy understands. He knows where the X receiver has to be, where the Y receiver has to be, whether the quarterback's in shotgun or under center. He understands all of that. This guy is a Harvard kid. And I think that's the main importance that's not being talked about enough. If there is a transition, whether Jimmy Garoppolo is a starter or not, or if Jimmy Garoppolo is not in and he's injured or whatever, since that narrative is out there and there's a different backup in there that doesn't know the system, Kyle Juszczyk is able to get them up to speed a lot quicker than if he's not there.
Yeah, I agree. The Harvard thing is, it is. He's a smart guy. He talks about it, and then I think Mike McDaniel go to like Yale or something. Isn't he McDaniel's a Yale guy? Either way, they're two really smart guys in the run game. In the run game, with Juice, it's just ideal if they are going to move off Jimmy. Then he's going to help out a lot. Whether that be with a rookie, whether that be with the new guy who comes in. What if it's Sam Darnold? What if it's Deshaun Watson? Those things are still available. Who knows what's going to happen there? But yeah, I mean, and the Niners probably bringing in a rookie running back, so it's going to also help there too. Kyle's always going to find himself an undrafted free agent and do those things to get that stuff situated with the run game. But yeah, no, I'm just happy he's back. It's we've been dying for something to come out of San Francisco. Everything is just rumors, and then John and Jed decide to get drunk tweet like the rest of us. I think that just shows that they're normal people. And the news comes out today. And I think this morning I had heard that Juice was going to get done today. I had heard that potentially Trent Williams is going to get done today. So we'll see how this all plays out. I got that text at like 4 a.m. It's just like, what the fuck? So we'll see how it all goes. But I'm just, it was a dead air. It was like a dead space from like week 16 till now with the Niners, just because it was just a bad season. And it's just good to get some positive news around San Francisco with the team. And, we'll just keep going from here. Now it's just time to go get some other free agents and build this roster. support Jimmy Garoppolo if he's going to be back, and insulate him with some more talent. If he isn't back, then you still insulate the other guy with more talent around him as well. So they're building a really good roster. I have a lot of faith in Kyle and John. I have more faith in Kyle just because he's the head coach and he's the one calling the plays. So that's where I'm at with this.
Yeah, and as Kyle Shanahan, the man slash Kyle commented right here saying Puka Williams. I think, I did mention about Kyle Juszczyk being an advocate with the playbook if there was a different quarterback in the building. But he also is a big advocate with learning the playbook with the new running back in the building. And it shouldn't go not stated, saying Raheem Mostert's 1 year under contract and Jeff Wilson is 1 year left under contract. Yep. So in 2022, it could be a whole completely different 1-2 punch from the running back perspective. If it's a completely different 1-2 punch, who better than Kyle Juszczyk teaching these running backs the zone run blocking scheme?
Just bring me Michael Carter. I'll be happy. Michael Carter is who I want.
I wish.
That's my guy. Hey, Give me Michael Carter, and we're good to go. Or Khalil Herbert, one of those guys.
We were in Mobile, Alabama for the Senior Bowl. So we were credentialed. You were there for the practices. I was there for the game. What did you see from those guys that could fit in Kyle Shanahan's offense?
Everything. Run blocking, great hands out of both guys. One cut type runners. Kyle just wants that one cut and go. Mm-hmm. And that's those two guys fit. The other kid from Memphis, Gainwell, I think his name is, would be solid. And then Chuba Hubbard out of Oklahoma State is another guy. There's running backs in this draft Niners can get, but we all know Kyle. Kyle's going to find himself an undrafted guy, and he'll run for 600-700 yards, have 5 touchdowns, and be like the next best thing going into the season after. So, I think we'll see them get another running back in the room. Jeff Wilson had himself a nice year last year. I'm cool with Jeff Wilson as well as a running back in this system. The Niners have a lot of weapons to choose from. Kyle's building his arsenal. I think the 49ers should definitely pursue a free agent wide receiver. Obviously a center. I think that's the big one for a lot of fans, is getting a center and getting some help on the offensive line. But the first step was getting one of the biggest pieces on this offense locked up, and they did that.
Absolutely. And he's not just a fullback, as Javi and I have been stating here.
The offensive weapon?
There you go. The only O-dub in the NFL. There's no offensive weapon or fullback, if we want to be old heads, in the NFL that does what Kyle Juszczyk does. Javi and I just wanted to hop on here and talk about it real quick because it's important. Kyle Juszczyk re-signing back to this team, it's very, very important. Is there any last messages that you'd like to send out to the people?
No, just check out the website. I'm going to share this so that way people can see what we need. So if they need to hop on there, I'm going to hit the stop share and then I'm going to add it one more time.
Yep.
The website, 49ers Goldmine, go ahead and check it out. We have a lot of great content up there. Steph just put up the offseason tracker, so feel free to look it over. She's keeping it updated every day as much as she can. God, bless her heart. Shout out to our girl Steph. She's taking care of the offseason tracker, so she did just recently update it with the Kyle Juszczyk signing. A lot more content coming this week, more mock drafts, a piece on Kellen Mond. I think you're going to finish up, Leo. We got a lot of stuff coming. I know on the Fourth and Goal podcast, we got Wyatt Hubbard of Kansas State joining us on Tuesday. We'll keep pumping it out for you guys. We're doing our best. Don't get mad at us for just sharing our thoughts, but we're doing our best to keep everything out there. If you want to support us, we do have a Patreon that is there. Thanks. Yeah, shout out to the hat. We're going to be making some more Kyle Shanahan hats in the near future. Somebody, Red's ass 38. Yeah. So I'll be on the lookout for that. We'll bring some more. But if you want to support us, we have like a $5 Patreon, helps pay the writers. It takes a lot of their time to do this stuff for everyone. They thoroughly enjoy it, but I want to make sure we're giving back to people. And we do have the 2 hat giveaways on the 49ers Goldmine Twitter account. So retweet the tweet with your 3-round mock. So basically, let me know what you think what the Niners are going to do, and I'll pick the best 2 mocks, and I'm going to send you a hat. Not this hat, but I'm going to send you the Carhartt 49ers hat. So that's on me. That's just me giving back to the people who tuned in with us this entire time, supported us. We do appreciate everybody out there. But yeah, that's really all that I got left.
I appreciate you saying all that because it is very important. Make sure you go to 49ersgoldmine.com. Once again, 49ersgoldmine.com, as well as subscribe to the YouTube page because it costs you $0 to just click a button, and that's going to allow us to get better guests, better equipment, and provide for our writers. And Javi's going to pull up the tweet real quick. If you guys had a couple of questions, I'll go ahead and answer them while he pulls it up. As far as Travis Etienne from Clemson, running back, he's going to be a second round guy. I would be shocked if he goes in the first round. I wouldn't be surprised if he went in the end of the first round. But I'll be shocked if he does not go in round 2, which he should. He's not going to last past round 2, and the 49ers are not taking a running back in round 2.
Yeah, I don't think they would take a running back in round 2. I think they would look to do something later in the draft. The kid Gainwell out of Memphis, maybe Michael Carter falls to the 4th or 5th round. There's a lot of talent in this running back class. You know, you can even think of Amari Rodgers might be a late round pick. He's been lining up a running back in his pro days. He lined up a running back at the Senior Bowl. He has that Debo type of physique. He could be that gadget type of player. But I have the thing here. So we're going to give out 2 hats on me. So whoever's out there, just give us a hot, go ahead and find the tweet. Like I said, just 2 hats, 2 winners. We treat the post with your 3-round mock. I typed that out wrong, but your 3-round mock. So just let us know we're doing at 12. Let us know what the Niners are going to do at pick 43, and then I think it's 102. So just put that in the tweet. I'm going to pick the favorites, and you guys will receive a hat on me, and it'll be this Carhartt hat. They're pretty dope. But yeah, just go ahead and do that and give us a follow on Twitter as well, and then of course follow Leo on his YouTube account.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in on this Sunday evening. I'll let you get back to your family. Each and every one of you, even Javier, get back to your family.
I know this man.
Well, go ahead. Get back to the graphics. We need those on the website.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Tune in soon.
All right. Peace.